Jason Tatum throws it away. Stolen by Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell and LeBron into the front court. Harrell down the middle for a jam. LeBron gets the assist. That's the 7th turnover for the Celtics in this quarter, compared to none for the Lakers. Trapped by Daniel Tice. Backdoor cut by LeBron. Oh, wow. A tomahawk slam dunk to start the Lakers scoring, and it's 2-2.
Oh, look at this play by Schroeder. Diving again a second time. What hustle by Schroeder.
Look who meets him out there to pick him up. Frank Vogel.
Schroeder to LeBron, top of the key with 8 to shoot. Back to Schroeder on the right side, goes right by Daniel Tice. Got to the rim, foul and a bucket by Dennis Schroeder. What a play! And the Lakers lead 95-89 with 1:40 to go. And Michael, that could be the one.
Steal, Caruso.
Alex, defense, offense.
Here's Herder. Stolen by Caruso. Caruso on a breakaway. Look out, Alex. Slam dunk. Timeout, Atlanta. Lakers 86. Hawks 76. Lakers on an 11-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Welcome back to another episode of Lakeshow's Finest Redux. I'm your host, Charles Ryan, KB24 status, or yours truly, the biggest Lakers fan in the world. I'm averaging about 20 listeners per pod for the past 3 or 4 pods, so that's really, I love it. It used to be way more. I don't know what happened. All I know is maybe I'm doing something, because I am out here doing all this for free. I got tons of other videos that are pretty good too. And you know what? I'm going to keep doing this no matter what, but I don't know if it makes sense, to post 60... There's 72 games. I don't think it makes sense to post 50, 60 podcasts when I'm only going to get, that amount of viewership. So I'm going to cut it back a little bit. Just a little bit. Literally, I was going to do every single road game on that 7-game road trip, and I was like, why? So this is Lakeshow's Finest. This is KB24 status. The Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder in overtime tonight. It was a great game. Well, the whole game wasn't great. I'd say when the Lakers decided to maybe show up, and that was probably... The Lakers decided to show up only in, I want to say, the last 8 minutes, including overtime. The overtime was great. I mean, they, for about 3.5 minutes, about 3 minutes or so, they didn't let the Thunder score a single point, and that was really, really great defense. And, playing hard when it matters. And I am really proud that it's easy to lay down. It's just one game, right? Doesn't really matter. They're going to go to the playoffs anyways, be top 3, hopefully the number 1 seed. Right now, they're the number 2 seed. But, no Caruso, no AD. They clamped it on. Love got some great contributions from Wes Matthews. I think he had 16 points. So yeah, it was great game where they said, you know what, let's pick it up for Anthony Davis. Let's pick up the slack, and they did it then. Overall, the offensive rebounding was atrocious. I was shocked how a lot of 50-50 balls too also went to the Thunder, but a lot of offensive rebound issues defensively. The first quarter and a half, not that great. Field goal percentage for both teams was terrible. I mean, the Thunder kept chucking up threes one after another. I think they let like 38 points in the paint like the first half or something like that. That's unacceptable. That should never happen. One guy, though, that I'm really looking at... Well, there's a few guys in this game that you got to keep your eye on in general and maybe for fantasy is, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, man, this guy was hitting threes, really tough shots, and then Diallo and Dort, and then Beasley. Those four are probably, I'd say, their best players. But, man, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's something, and he's probably 22, 23. But he's quite a star, and he took 25 shots tonight. That's definitely the most in the game without even looking at the Lakers. There's no way a Laker took 25 shots. The most shot was by LeBron, and that was 22. But I don't know if LeBron James has taken 25 shots in a while. Maybe he has, but that's excessive. But yeah, I mean, Shai's 22 years old. He's a stud. He's on his rookie contract, but he's going to get a lot of money. But man, Shai had 10 assists, 29 points, 7 rebounds. You kidding me? That almost matches LeBron's triple-double. But Shai had more points. But yeah, overall, strange game. But, things came together at the end. So I like that. It's kind of weird seeing Al Horford in a Thunder uniform. He's so old and terrible. It's like, what? He shot 6 for 20. Al Horford took 20 shots. I haven't seen Al Horford take 20 shots maybe since he was on the Hawks, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Terrible. It's really weird to see him because he knows he's on a team that sucks and he's been thrown in this trade. I think he's in the Danny Green trade, I want to say. But yeah, so the Lakers, though, we got a lot of players picking up the slack. Kuzma, Wes has said, Montrez played well. The refs, there's some weird no calls in this game and some really weird touch fouls and late calls. LeBron shot 5 free throws in 42 minutes. I don't understand how that's possible. Meanwhile, Darius Beasley shot the same amount of free throws. His name is Darius Beasley, not LeBron James. So, yeah. Let's go through the stats. I don't think I'm going to do the podcast for the next Thunder game because it's being repetitive because they're both back-to-back. But let's see the stats. LeBron, 28 points. 12 assists, 14 rebounds for a triple-double, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and the only bad thing was the 5 turnovers. He shot 22 shots, made 11, 50%. He was 2 for 10 from 3, which means he shot 12 shots that were 2-pointers, and he made 8 of them. So, besides the 3, he was pretty good. Markieff Morris, it was funny listening to Stu Lansing say he's due for, he hasn't played a lot. He's due for a comeback game or whatever. And I don't like Markieff Morris, man. I mean, whatever. I don't know why he started. I think Kuz should have started. It doesn't make sense to play Markieff Morris 25 minutes and Kyle Kuzma 22 minutes. Kyle Kuzma is clearly better. He took the second most amount of shots in the game. So that's weird. They usually always have started Kuzma. Not usually. They have always started Kuzma this year when AD was out. But I don't know what the change was. Maybe just want to get him some run. I don't know. But he was trash. 6 points, 4 fouls, 4 rebounds, 1 for 4 from the field. Marc Gasol played the least amount of minutes of anybody on the Lakers with 18. Shot 1 for 3. Had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Marc Gasol quietly has 40 blocks or so on the year. He's probably averaging a block or 2 a game. His defense has been solid on the blocks, I guess. But on the starting lineup, Marcus Gasol was the only one that had a negative plus minus, a -6. There's only 2 players on the Lakers that had negative plus minus. One was Kuzma, one was Gasol, both -6. That's a little bit strange that a starter would get that. But KCP, 34 minutes, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a block. KCP, man, was 2 for 5, only took 5 shots. I want KCP to shoot more than 5 shots. He's better than that. He's hotter. He only took 2 threes, man. Okay, he missed 2 threes. Keep him coming. Keep feeding him. He's one of the best 3-point shooters on the team and in the league. So, Dennis Schroeder, he played 6 for 16 from the field for 37%, 19 points, 1 block, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. So 1 for 7 from 3 for 14%. And then he was 6 for 10 from the free throw line, and one of the free throws that he missed was that big one at the end where they kept it a 1-possession game, and the Thunder got back in it, and then, Schroeder committed a terrible foul on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the last second to let him tie it. So overall, it was like an okay game for Schroeder. 19 points is 19 points. Kuzma, 5 for 16, 31%. Took the second most shots in the game, like Schroeder did. Both took 16 shots. 1 for 9 from 3 for Kuzma. Collectively, Schroeder and Kuzma were 2 for 16 from 3. That's pretty, that's yucky. But Kuzma, though, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. He had a couple nice blocks. He really did. And this guy right here, Taylor Horton-Tucker, this guy has some real potential, man. He's only like 20 years old. He was born in like 2000. This dude had 8 points in 26 minutes, but the baskets he made, he was 4 for 8, 50%. He had some crazy layups, contorting his body, reverse, just crazy shots, and he was great. 8 points for Taylor, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. I'm sorry, 1 assist and 2 steals and 2 blocks for Taylor Horton-Tucker. And then the guy who came back, Mr. Wes Matthews, was 16 points at a plus 10, 1 block, 2 steals, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 4 for 5 from 3, 5 for 7 overall. 4 for 5 from 3 for Wes Johnson. That's going to get the job done. He probably earned himself some more minutes next game, even though Caruso and AD might come back. Mr. Montrezl Harrell, plus 15, best plus minus in the game. Anybody at plus 15, 21 points from Montrez. 1 block, 2 assists, 8 rebounds. He went 21 and 8. That's pretty solid. 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 9 for 14 overall from the field for 64%. I should have done the team stats first. Let's do that actually real fast. But Montrez is solid, man. He really is, and I swear he thinks he's Kobe sometimes, where he faces up and does a little fade up or turnaround jumper or something like that. It's like, relax. But yeah, the biggest lead was 11 by the Thunder, 7 for the Lakers. The game was tied 6 times. The longest one was 14. But I believe the Lakers, there was 4 lead changes. Only 4. So it happened in the first. 1 lead change happened in the third. 1 lead change happened in the fourth. And I don't know what the fourth one is, but yeah, it was the Thunder had the lead the majority of the game, probably like 80% of the game, but you know what? We stuck it out. We finished with 59 rebounds. They had 55. We had 28 assists. They had 23. 7 steals for the Lakers. 6 for the Thunder. 12 blocks for the Lakers. And the Lakers had like 8 blocks at like halftime or like in the third quarter. That's pretty good at that point. 12 turnovers for the Thunder. 15 for the Lakers. We had a lot of turnovers in the first quarter. I think we had like 6 or 7. And we really buckled down a little bit. Overall, though, field goal percentage, we shot 46 and the Thunder shot 39. 39% for the Thunder from the field. That's pretty atrocious right there. 3-point percentage, though. 31 for the Thunder and 23% for us. Not good and both teams shot 75% from the free throw line. Points in the paint, Thunder had 60, we had 64. Second chance points, we had 15, Thunder had 18. Because they had so many freaking offensive rebound. Can we box out? We'll get a rebound. Fast break points. This is where we thrive, baby. The Thunder had 3 fast break points, and the Lakers had 23 fast break points. That's where we really capitalized. And then let's go to the Thunder stats. Then we'll talk about a little bit other stuff. Then we'll talk about the future. And we'll talk about what the hell is going on with this podcast. Well, I got 20 views. I'm kidding. Lou Dort, he picked up 2 fouls in 10 seconds. And I really respect the fact the coach left in the game. He's like, whatever, we're terrible. Who cares? 7 points for Lou Dort. And all the Thunder went only 8 deep, so their starters really got heavy minutes. 3 of the 5 starters played 41 minutes or more. That's a lot. But yeah, sorry, Lou Dort, 7 points, 1 steal, 3 rebounds, 3 for 11 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3, 0 for. And then Beasley, or Darius Baisley, 21 points, 1 steal, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, 16 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. 16 rebounds for Darius Baisley, a guy I haven't even really heard of. So, whatever. 2 for 8 from 3, 7 for 21 from the field. When you have a guy named Darius Baisley shooting 21 shots and an old Al Horford shooting 20 shots, the other team is probably going to win when collectively 13 for 41 from the field for 2 guys that one is a dinosaur, one is an unknown. He's only known for me because of fantasy, but the average person does not know who the hell that is. Shai Gilgeous, the man of the hour, 29 points, 10 for 25 in the field, 4 for 8 from 3, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. Hamidou Diallo. How the hell do you say that name? I don't know. Hamidou Diallo, 20 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 2 assists, 11 rebounds, 5 offensive. He almost had more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds, which is extremely rare. That is super rare to have a guy have more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds. That should never happen. So let's see. Excuse me. 8 for 17 from the field for Hamidou Diallo. And then Kendrick Williams, man, this dude's haircut was really weird. 7 points. Justin Jackson, former King Justin Jackson, 6 for 10 from the field for 14 points. And then Darius Miller, who I don't even really know who that is, came in for 12 minutes, 0s across the board except for 1 foul, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. Took 0 shots. Those are the Thunder stats. So yeah, that was the game. It was a very fun game, very weird game. Lots of weird stuff going on. I don't know. We only allowed 2 points. 1-2 in the overtime. That's great. That is super rare to only allow 1 basket. And it was a basket. It wasn't free throws. I don't think so. But, when you only allow 2 points in overtime, that is going to get the job done. And they did, of course. So right now the Lakers are in second place behind the Utah Jazz. We play them, I believe, a little bit later this month. That would be a big game. Really, there's no reason we should lose that. But, man, overall, the Lakers are playing great. They're playing great. I loved it. And those are the stats of the game. The future of this podcast is still going to happen. I hope. It's just strange how you can have 1,400 subscribers, which really isn't that much in terms of YouTube in general, but it's something. And then you only get 20 views in a video. It doesn't really make sense to me, but I don't know. It is what it is. So, it is what it is. I'm just looking real fast at, let's count them out together. So my last 3 YouTube podcasts. One has 28 views. One has 23 views. And then one has 21 views. That's unacceptable. I don't know what is happening, but yeah, so I got a lot of other videos. My favorite video I ever posted probably is this one called Rainy Night right here. I have my Kobe 20-minute video where it's Kobe's career, 20 years, Kobe Bryant, 20 minutes. Each minute supposed to represent a year. I worked really hard on that, but this one, Rainy Night, I think is awesome. It has 105 views, so it's strange how the montages don't really correlate. My channel has about 855,000 total channel views, so when I get 20 views on a video, it's just strange. My most watched video is 510,000, so over 500,000 views. But besides that, get the podcast going. I don't know what else to say, you guys. This is really pissing me off. I've been doing this for a while, and I don't know what's going on, so I don't know. Maybe I should post on iTunes again. Try to do that. Who knows? So the Lakers, their future schedule is looking pretty easy after we got, not easy, but pretty, less difficult after we got through that 7-game road trip where he played really well and went 5 for 2. So because they're splitting up, remember, this 72, I'm pretty sure it's 72-game season into halves, 36 and 36. The first half is almost over. And the first half ends March 3rd, and I believe there's an All-Star game, which I don't know why it's happening. But the first half is almost over on March 3rd, and Lakers have 12 games left in the first half of the season. And of those 12, let's see, 4 of those are on the road and 8 are at home. So we have been better on the road. I'm not saying we want to have 8 on the road and 4 at home instead. Of course not. But a lot of these are against some tough teams. Tough teams, man. The final 12 games, Thunder, Grizzlies, Nuggets, Wolves, Nets, Heat, Wizards, Jazz, Blazers, Warriors, Suns, Kings. We can go through this one by one. The Thunder, we should win. Grizzlies, that's not a gotcha game, but you got to be careful with the Grizzlies. Really do. Nuggets, tough team. Wolves, win. Nets, tough team. Heat, depending on injuries, who they got. Wizards, should be a win. Jazz, that's the game of the month, for sure. February 24th. We play the Blazers on February 26th. There's a very good chance that CJ McCollum will be back on the 26th versus us, so it could be a tough one. And then we play the Warriors, and then the Suns and the Kings. So what's nice is we have no more back-to-backs in the first half, except for the final 2 games, which unfortunately, the back-to-back, the final 2 games, it starts in LA against the Suns, and then we travel to the Kings. So that's a little bit annoying how our final game is away, upstate, but it is what it is. So of those 12 games, I could see us winning in between 8 and 10 games. Of course, I do think we're better than every single team here, but there's a few gimme games like the Wizards and the Timberwolves that are just, and the Thunder tomorrow night or Wednesday night, that we have to win those, and the Kings too. But a lot of these teams are tough, and I know we can beat them, and we will beat them. So, yeah, I mean, so far, this is the thing. It's not that early, right? There's 72 games. We played about 20. Let's say 25, 20. We played 25 games. We're 19-6. That means we are over a third of the way through the season. All right. Meanwhile, we got the Dallas Mavericks at the 13 seed, 11-14. I don't know what's up with them, but yeah, it's just funny. The Thunder are the 14 seed, right? At 10-13. If they won this game, they would have gone from the 14 seed to the 10th seed. That's how tight this is. Literally, the 6th seed and the 14th seed is separated by 2.5 games. That's 8 teams, 7 teams. And then we're only half a game back in the Jazz. So we go to 19 wins. We're 19-6, Jazz 19-5. It's just funny how, the 6th seed is separated by 2.5 games. And then you go to the 6th seed and the 14th seed in the East is separated by 4 games. So those are a little bit similar. But, yeah. Not that I really... First half's almost done, and we can do it. We're going to finish this half strong, man. We're 19-6. Man, I could see us being 29-8. All right. I don't think that's that pessimistic, but I really think we can go 10-2 in these last 12 games. So, yeah. All right, that's the podcast. Lakers play the Thunder on Wednesday. I think we can win. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, I'm Charles Ryan, KB24 status, or yours truly, the biggest Lakers fan in the world. Thanks again for listening. Go Lakers, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.